Hi, my name is Andrew Bransgrove, and today I'll be looking at the education topic and issue of the importance of environmental sustainability, developing greater awareness and education, creating a better future for all. Environmental sustainability in the changing climate is the one that we live in, going to affect every single person that lives on this earth the next century and beyond. As you can see on that graph there, 2014 was a year of some alarming records set. The world recorded its hottest year of all time. The traditionally colder northern hemisphere countries in Europe, such as Finland, Norway and Australia, had hotter than normal temperatures throughout the year. Australia had its hottest spring. Melbourne had its hottest year of all time. September was the highest ever global sea temperature on record. Rising sea levels in the next century will see flooding become more frequent in places particularly surrounded by the sea. The Climate Council has described that the next 5 years will be the end of the critical decade. It's truly a global issue and one that isn't going to go away anytime soon or in the future. Unnecessary waste also falls under environmental sustainability. As you can see on the map there, almost 1 billion people going hungry while we waste 1/3 of the food that we produce. In 2008, 1.4 billion adults were overweight. 842 million people remain undernourished. With current food products relating to growing population, dieting, 60% of more food will be needed in 2050 due to various changes in climate weather, whether it be drought, heat or flooding. All these essential food products will fall short in supply of demand. Environmental sustainability can also affect the quality of the food that is fed to the animals. Essentially affects the quality of the livestock as well. So rising temperatures, more bacteria will be developed and it will have an effect on the safety of food. 75% of the deforestation worldwide occurs due to agriculture. If current activity continues, by 2050, 10 million square kilometres will have been cleared. And more frequent droughts, rising temperatures and heat will cause the destruction of trees as well as their growth. I've chosen to discuss this topic today due to the huge impact and significance it will have on all of us in the future, and I believe that it's something that should be greatly taught better in schools around the world and their curriculums, and it should be further discussed in our daily lives. A couple of different perspectives on the issue. There's mainly two. 97% of the world's scientists believe that climate change exists and that climate change warming trends over the last 100 years have been contributed by human activity. In contrast, you still have that more conservative skepticism that it's not in fact human activity that's contributing. It's just the world is going through a normal warming or change cycle. As you can see though, in the last, or since 1880, there's a map there of the warming every year that the world has gone through. Alright, here are some organisations and research teams that bring awareness to environmental sustainability. So you have the Climate Change, Agriculture and Food Safety in the top left-hand corner there. Next to it you have the Commissioner for Environmental Sustainability in Victoria, which looks at Victoria's current and changing environment. You have the Climate Council of Australia in the middle there, which is entirely voluntary organisation that relies on funds and donations. They've got a few professionals, but they're mainly volunteers. The bottom left-hand corner there, you've got the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation. They're the national science agency that represent Australia. And finally, you've got NASA on the bottom right-hand corner, which offers a unique perspective from outer space. In terms of some teaching strategies that can be used in the classroom, one of the first strategies that you'd probably look at from a basic point of view is just getting your students to use everyday methods to help the environment out in ways they can, so such as saving power, recycling, reusing items, other doable, environmentally friendly things. The United Nations believes students should be taught about environmental sustainability and development. So there's a quote there which is what they believe. It's important to be optimistic about the world's environmental future as well, but you should also be realistic and aware. So looking at all different perspectives. The Australian curriculum describes that education and sustainability will develop the knowledge, skills, values and worldviews necessary for people to act in ways that contribute to a more sustainable pattern of living. The Australian Department of the Environment recommends strategies to teachers in education. Some of those strategies there include future problem solving, experimental learning, creative thinking, storytelling, values, clarification and analysis. So basically just getting practical, looking at different perspectives, getting into the environment and just testing things out for yourself. In terms of incorporating it into AusVals and the actual subject curriculums, science and humanities are two very good ones. For science, due to the obvious scientific nature that is environmental sustainability and the changing climate, there are places where you can look at how the use and influence of science can, combined with technology, find certain solutions and ways in working with contemporary issues, and this is certainly a very contemporary issue. In humanities, environmental sustainability has a direct link with the earth, and you can look at how bringing awareness and understanding interacts with how people work with the environment as we do in our daily lives. Finally, finishing off, to leave a final statement, we have one Earth, we should look after it, we should bring greater awareness and look at how we can continue to sustain our planet. We can do this by bringing greater education into our classrooms and supporting one another to do the best we can.